Hello everyone, my name is Kiran Siddiqui, and in this video I will be presenting the first two chapters of the book, Intentional Talk, How to Structure and Lead Productive Mathematical Discussions by Ilham Kazemi and Alison Hintz. I will be presenting only the first two chapters, which are about, chapter 1 deals with the introduction and chapter 2 talks about more in depth about open strategy. So classroom discussions are very crucial to mathematical learning. We know that students who explain the details of their mathematical ideas, engage with the details of others' mathematical ideas, and have others engage with their own mathematical ideas, they achieve mathematically. And students who take part in mathematical conversation also learn to listen to others. They ask insightful and respectful questions, and they reflect on their own understanding. So this book will basically take you inside mathematical classroom, and it will highlight the details of practices that will help us create productive mathematical discussion inside our own classrooms. So mathematical discussions can be very challenging inside a classroom. It's very easy to start a discussion by asking children to share their thinking, and nothing beats those moments when children proudly share something they figured out. But then what? Math discussions aren't just about, show and tell, stand up, sit down, clap, clap, clap. Knowing what to do with students' ideas and teaching children how to meaningfully participate in discussions can be a lot more challenging. Book is of the view that classroom discussion is really guided by four principles, and if these four principles are involved in the planning, classroom discussion can produce really meaningful results. The first principle is that mathematical discussions should have a goal. Book talks about two types of goals: open strategy discussion and targeted discussions. During open strategy discussions, teachers pose a problem, and the idea is that the students come up with as many strategies as they can to solve a particular problem, and then from there on, discussion builds. Students get a chance to talk about procedures, concepts, they explain their thinking, and then open strategy discussion can become into a targeted discussion as a follow-up, where teachers targets on some aspects. Maybe student did not get a certain concept, or they're not comfortable using that concept. So open strategy discussions give ideas for targeted discussion. Second principle which book talks about is that a student should know how to and what to share. And it is possible only through explicit modeling in support of teacher. For how to participate, teachers can direct the discussions by giving sentence starters like, what do you mean by this? Explain your thinking. How would your answer be different if the numbers are changed? How is your method different than your friend's method? And how to present is also done by explicit modeling, like we have to direct the students, stand here so that everyone can see your work, speak louder so everyone can hear you. These are the little techniques. If teachers enforce them in the classroom, mathematical discussions can be productive. So several classrooms have students raising hands where everyone is eager to participate, and it's not a good strategy to always choose the students who are always raising hands. So we have to come up with the ways where we are orienting students towards one another, and we're building our discussions, mathematical discussion, based on students. Students are basically leading the discussion. And the fourth very important principle which the book focuses on or stresses is that there should be a comfortable environment in the classroom where students are understand that their ideas are welcome, whether they're right or wrong. Partial understandings or wrong answers are appreciated or welcomed. They feel confident in sharing their thinking, where they are feeling comfortable that they're not going to be mocked at. So as teachers, it's our responsibility to create this environment, and following these basic four principles, then we can have very meaningful and productive classrooms, productive mathematical discussion. Chapter 1 takes us inside a mathematical classroom discussion where teacher poses a very simple problem, 25 times 18, and students were asked to solve the problem using any known strategies. The goal of the discussion was that to come up with many strategies, and when this discussion built on, the teacher found out that students had misconceptions about the compensation method. Students use many different strategies. Students were able to check their answers, and through this simple problem solving, students were also able to relate math to real life. For example, one of the students used quarters to solve 18 times 25, and the discussion kept progressing. There were some issues where teacher realized that students are not very familiar or comfortable with, for example, the concept of compensation. And from this, teacher gave herself a goal for the next discussion to make the next mathematical discussion as a targeted discussion. And she did, that book also talks about the 2 follow-ups, where one of the targeted discussion based on the compensation idea, and the other targeted discussion was revise and check, where students' answer were not matching, to figure out what was something they were doing wrong during that procedure.
But let's just take a look at how kids are working on thinking about composing a quantity and decomposing it through this activity of quick images.
My name is Stephanie Latimer, and today's lesson is Quick Images with my kindergartners. Quick Images is a very fast activity to show different combinations of numbers. And today's lesson was working on combinations to 8. Today I have 3 images for you, and I'm going to show them to you really quickly. You're going to give me a thumb right here if you have an idea how many you saw, and then I might ask you how you saw it. Are you ready? Here we go. The first time I show one of the images, I usually do about 3 seconds. A lot of my kids will count, and I don't want them to really count. I want them to see groups. I'm looking for thumbs. JT?
8.
8. Looking for thumbs. Isaiah?
8.
Devin?
8.
Michelle?
8.
Cameron?
8.
Dariana?
8.
Okay, I'm hearing a lot of 8s. I'm going to show you again, and it's okay if you need to revise your answer or if you have the same answer. Are you ready? Okay, so one more time. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I was showing images up on the screen from the document camera, and that just was too much for them. Magnets on the 10 frame on a whiteboard. That was the easiest for me. Courtney?
8.
8. Jaden?
8.
Mari?
7.
7. Laura Jean?
8.
8. Michelle?
8.
So you saw 8. Can you tell me how you saw 8? I'm going to put it up again so you can see it.
There's 5 on the top and 3 on the bottom.
So you said there's 5 on the top and 3 on the bottom. Can someone tell me what Michelle just said? Courtney, what did Michelle just say?
Said 5 on the top and 3 on the bottom.
5 on the top and 3 on the bottom. Did anyone else see it that way? Can you do this if you saw 5 on the top and 3 on the bottom? Okay, we're gonna do another one. Are you ready for it?
How can be 8?
You're right, Cavell. Did you hear him?
Yes.
He said it's still gonna be 8. So now you know how many it is, right?
Yeah.
How many is it gonna be?
8.
It's gonna be 8. So I don't wanna know anymore how many there are. I wanna know how you see them. Are you ready? Okay. So you're not telling me how many anymore, you're telling me how you saw them. Cavell, can you tell me how you saw them?
I saw 2 on the bottom and
So the boy Cavell, who says it's still going to be 8, he's kind of onto the teacher's game, but instead of her saying, you know, here you are calling out again, she's verifying to him that that's right, you've kind of figured this out, so I don't really want to know that it's 8, I want to know how you know that it's 8. And of course, in various versions of this, she's not always going to keep the same total. Sometimes the totals will change, and it's how was the first set of magnets or buttons that she put up different or similar to the one that came next. So there's different.
So the book continues to give examples of open strategy sharing through quick images in a 4th grade classroom, in a 1st grade classroom, and using different open strategy sharing templates where teacher did have a goal for these discussions.
Open strategy sharing provides a strong foundation for mathematical discussions. It gives teachers an idea that problems can be solved in many ways, and it is very important to choose a task which students can solve in multiple ways or on multiple through open strategy discussion. Children experience themselves and their classmates as competent. They see that their teachers are interested in their ideas, and with the intentional use of talk moves, they learn what it means to listen and make sense of each other's ideas and to revise their own